We're back, pregame.tv. Focus, people. Focus is what I'm hearing. I'm talking about the Tampa Bay team. Forget that game. We are talking about Cleveland Browns, Baltimore Ravens. They stole Cleveland's team, then they stole their hearts by kicking their butt each and every year. Brian Leonard is from the Cleveland area.
If he don't know, nobody does.
Browns never beat the Ravens. Why?
These videos are running too long. We need to be like a married man, get in and out as quick as possible.
I like the last, but
I don't know how we're. I don't know how.
You're a married man.
I'm gonna
not a single guy. You're trying to impress a girl.
My apology to RJ,
60-minute
the viewers, and any of the sponsors of the website. And all right, continue. No, don't continue. Let's focus back.
People, focus.
I just wanted a couple more focus statements out of it.
You've left me speechless. Talk about the game.
All right. Well, we did a video a couple weeks ago that we talked about Cleveland Browns wins under in the preseason. The coach.
We win.
Not yet, but the coach went out and he wanted to play the starters longer. He wants to put a winning attitude, and so a lot of people are buying into the Cleveland Browns in the preseason. And I hate to say it, but my friend Steve, who hates the city of Cleveland for some reason, has come out and said that once again it's the typical Cleveland Browns.
Same old Browns.
And I got to agree here.
Is that?
I got to agree. You know, I bet with my head and not my heart. You know, I understand. But the situation here is they don't beat Baltimore. The last 10 times they have played Baltimore, they have lost, with the closest loss being 6 points. Just a bad matchup. We saw what the Cleveland Browns are last week against Miami. Miami, a pretty good football team. You were pretty high on them earlier. I think you might have soured somewhat. But you take a look at Baltimore Ravens, extra days to prepare off of an embarrassing loss against a team they know they dominate. And I just think this is a great spot here for Baltimore, and I'm going to lay it.
Joe Flacco making the big bucks, and he makes the big bucks because he can pound the hapless losers like the Cleveland Browns against Brandon Weeden, the oldest rookie I've ever seen in the NFL. He'll be eligible for pension in a couple years when he's out of the league. What do you think, VR?
Listen, I live for week 2. I think that's where the most knee-jerk reaction, betting market over-adjustments happen, because for all week, everyone's dissecting 60 minutes of football and just ripping that one game apart.
Sure.
And because of that, I think you get a lot of line value. I think the dogs are going to bark this week, mark my words. With that said, in this spot, I got to tell you, where I disagree with Brian is I know that Baltimore owns them, but I think this is a different Baltimore team. And it showed against Denver. They came out with a chip on their shoulder because of the fact they wanted to prove it wasn't a fluke, beating Denver in Denver last year to eventually get to the Super Bowl.
Played well.
They wanted to prove that they're not just fat and happy because they won the Super Bowl last year. They were pissed off that they didn't get to play a home game to open the season like every other Super Bowl winner because the Baltimore Orioles were in town. So they went in there with a chip on their shoulder, and they played an amazing first 30 minutes of football.
Then Dallas
Clark, going
Clark,
into the half, it was neck and neck.
Dallas Clark drops the touchdown.
It was neck and neck. And then what happened? Denver goes into the half.
They stuffed Denver in the third quarter.
They make their adjustments. Peyton Manning comes out, and he looks like it's Madden football.
Well,
like
Wes Welker drops the first down play, and they give it to him because they like the Broncos.
They love the Broncos.
Ratings,
it's great
and they
for
don't
ratings.
throw the little red rosin bag.
I get it. And
they never recover.
I get it.
Rosin bag.
I get it. Here's the bottom line. I think that was the worst thing that could have happened to Baltimore, coming off winning the Super Bowl. If anything, I think this is the kind of team that is going to pack it in for another week.
Well,
they may get the win, like get that field goal win like we saw Houston Texans when they finally wake up. But I don't think they have the character of, now let's go out there and prove, let's go out there and just crush somebody for what happened in Denver. If anything, they look like the kind of team that's going to hang their heads and start looking at their rings. And that's what they're going to be doing all week.
Well, you talk about line value.
Big deal. We're the Super Bowl winners. We're the Super Bowl winners. And they know after that embarrassment, they know they can't compete with a team like Denver. They know they're not going to be able to beat the San Frans again. They're not going to beat the Seattles again. They're not going to beat the Saints. So this is a team that's happy they won the Super Bowl. They're going to sleepwalk through this entire season. and you can make money fading them in this kind of spot.
I love it. These two guys are going.
No notes, noteless.
Well, one thing, let me give you one
This
note.
is all about psychology.
Now,
This week,
VR,
do psychology.
You did say let's not overreact to like week one.
Exactly.
Here I have our lines during the summer at Cantor. The Brownies were getting 7.5. In other words, if you want Baltimore, you had to lay 7.5. Now, based on a knee-jerk reaction,
Correct.
Peyton Manning's 111 touchdown passes on Thursday.
He's just thrown another one.
During the halftime show, 14 more points for Denver. We are only laying 6.5. So we've gotten a lot of key line value for a Cleveland team that looked like garbage week
Love when a
one.
team looks that bad.
We'll see. We'll see how much series history matters. Brian and you, it looks like you guys are going to be going head-to-head in a bunch of games. This is fun. Brian, you're going to make it official. VR will be kicking under the table.
All respect to my colleague here, but there's no way the Super Bowl champions who came out of nowhere to win it all last year are going to be thrown off for all season off of losing to the Denver Broncos. Not going to happen. This is a high-character team. It's been a high-character I hate to say it's a high-character franchise because it's the Browns franchise, but I like Baltimore in this game.
Looking at their rings.
Focus.
Focus,
Focus,
people.
focus.
I'm in the middle of my diatribe.
Sorry.
But I like Baltimore here. We talked about it earlier, and we want to get out of here sometime tonight, so we'll just leave it at that.
No, we can keep talking.
Real quick.
Oh, I know you could.
Real quick. But don't you think
Take your time.
thank you, no rush. Don't you think once a team gets it done the way Baltimore did, that all of a sudden they just figure, as we then have to get to the playoffs, or we could turn it on at the end of the season? Like, doesn't that work against a team like that? When the Giants, who we saw win all those road games and we saw turn it on at the end of the year, don't they kind of...
The year when the Broncos finally won the Super Bowl with Elway, they did start 13-0 the very next year. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they weren't polishing their rings. They were just kicking some ass.
Yeah, that's true. But they didn't start off like that. Like Baltimore did.
I don't remember who they played week one.
They didn't start off.
That was a long time ago.
13-0. They couldn't have started off like Baltimore.
Very, very good. Okay, Brian, you're officially on the Baltimore Ravens, and I don't think
you weren't pulling out your rings and listening to the.
Like
would have known
Flacco's doing.
I know who you're on. You're on.
All
Baltimore.
right.
All right. Fair to say that you wouldn't mind teasing Baltimore down to.
I agree. It's a good spot for the teaser as long as your line stays where it is.
If it's 6.5, lay it down to -0.5.
But a 6.5, I'm very happy laying the 6.5.
Very good. All right. Stay with us. Pregame.tv. We're breaking down another NFL game. My Cincinnati Bengals going to win the AFC North.
Hard knocks.
They're playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. VR and I were very high on the Steelers earlier in the summer. Stay tuned for our analysis of this game. And we'll look at Brian Leonard. You're going to stay in the AFC North. He'll have a free play for us. Pregame.tv.
I can't believe I like